Hello everyone, thanks again for joining us in Andrew's Arts and Models. Today we've got a kit review for you, courtesy of Tokyo Model Detective. So Darren has very kindly sent me this kit to do a review of, and I'm very excited about it. It's a 1/72 and 1/44 scale Red Squadron X-Wing Starfighters. So we've seen these kits individually, but they've actually combined them to a special set. So as it says right there, special set for Rogue One. Now, box art. Love the box art. You got some nice reference photos on the side here and on the opposite side there, so you can see those there. Now it's a different scheme to the other X-Wings that you would have seen, so which is fantastic, because it's good to see. It's essentially the same kit, but it's good to see that you've got a variety. So if you have a look at the two boxes side by side, you can see, it's Red 5 versus Red 1. And the paint scheme is a little bit different, not just the markings. So the paint scheme around the ship is a little bit different as well, which is pretty cool. So let's have a look, see what we actually get in it. I'm just going to start off really quickly with the instruction sheet. So with the 1/72 scale kit, you got your instruction sheet and booklet all in colour as well, and they've done the same thing with this one. Also, though, you've got the 1/144 scale instructions in this one, whereas in the actual 1/44 scale individual, you get it in the top of the box, which is a little bit harder to read. So they've put it in here as well, which is pretty cool. You've got your normal parts list, and all the parts come bagged as well, which is great. So you're not going to lose anything if it happens to come off the sprues. Starts off with the 1/72 Red Squadron X-Wing Starfighter, and the build sequence is pretty much the same as you get in the individual one, because it's the same kit. Alright, so it's all there. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, because you would have seen this on my other review anyway. Alright, so you can see that there. All very easy to follow. Tells you what to cut, what not to cut. Alright, very simple. And then it's, sorry, have I just skipped ahead? No, I haven't. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Hey. Perhaps I need another copy. Forgive me. Alright, there we go. 1/144 Red Squadron. So it starts off with the smaller scale model later on. And it's, once again, same build sequence. Same stand options that you get with the individual ones, if you're wondering. So it's exactly the same. And now, the markings, as I was saying, the markings are different, and the sheet obviously reflects that. So you can see some of the colourings on the wings, around the fuselage. You've got different options there compared to the original 1/72 Red 5, which is what we saw. And so this is pretty cool. Goes on there. Alright, the 1/72 scale shows you all the details. The references, I love these references. They're really easy to follow, really well detailed, and they spend so much time doing them, obviously, so it's great. So it's got everything on there, including the little bits, and I'll just zoom in on that. Little bits in that little Star Wars language that we see in the cockpit during the movies that we have no idea what they what R2's saying, and vice versa. So it's got little bits of writing on it. It's pretty cool. You gotta love it. Alright, so they've really done their homework on this, and I can't wait to actually add it to the set. That's awesome. Alright, so that's the 1/144 right there. That's the 1/72. Alright, pretty simple. Pretty simple, and I'm sorry, I'll just zoom in again. Ugh, hate cameras. You'll notice the droid, different colour. Okay. Other than that, yeah, it's all fairly similar. One big difference that I love, and I'm glad they've done it, is the decal sheet. So, the decal sheet and stickers. So you get your two options as you do with your normal 1/72. With the 1/44, if memory serves, you only get the stickers. You don't actually get a decal sheet with it. At least I didn't get them in the ones that I purchased, which was a little frustrating. I'd prefer the decals over the stickers. The sticker sheet's still very nicely detailed. It's pretty cool. And the decal sheet, nice register as per normal, and you've got the 1/72 and the 1144 down here, so they're all on the same sheet. Now I'm probably actually going to be sneaky and do a scan of this, just so on some of the other 144s I build I can do a variety of them, and I can reprint them onto my own decal sheets and just have a bit of fun with them that way. And yeah, I think I might be a little bit cheeky and do that instead of buying aftermarket ones, and there's some good ones out there already, but if I can do it myself, I'll do it myself, and I think that's pretty cool. As I was saying, as normal with Bandai, nice register. The Waterslide Decals, I never had any issue with them. I've heard some people say they have problems with them, but I find if I paint the model up properly, put a nice clear coat on it, let the clear coat dry overnight. Typically, you know, some people say, oh, an hour or 8 hours or whatever, just leave it overnight. Come back the next day, put your decals on, let them dry, and then I always clear coat them again just to make sure they never come off. But yeah, love it. Okay, sprues. Now with the sprues, we've got pretty similar options. I'll just move that aside, sorry. So pretty similar options, or pretty similar sprues rather, to what you get with the original kits. So you got your clears and your reds on the same sprues as some of the fuselage parts. Very, very similar there. Quality, once again, excellent. No flash that I could find on these. No sink marks. They were very, very well done. So I'm really happy with Bandai. I love their kits. They do beautiful ones. Alright, now one difference that I did notice on this sprue, or this tree, was, and see if you can see it, I'll give you a couple of seconds, see if you can notice it. If you've got the original 1/72 or you've seen the review I've done on the 1/72, you might spot it. I'll stop to no. Those of you that have, well done. Those of you that haven't, so I've got an original sprue here from a 1/72 which I'm halfway through building, and notice you get the standing pilot figure, alright, and the seated pilot figure. So here's one just from another kit that I've taken off, and you can see that's your, sorry, just zooming on, that's your standing pilot figure. He's pretty cool. Alright, I've got to tidy this one up a little bit, get all the bits of tree off him that I haven't got off, but the detail's great. Fantastic for little dioramas. Now for some reason on this one it's a silhouette. Now other than that, I cannot see any differences in the sprues themselves, but they've put a silhouette on this guy as opposed to the standing pilot figure. Now I know on the A-wing there was the silhouette, so you know we've got it again on this. I'm not sure why they've changed that. Might just be because it's part of the special set, I don't know. But yeah, I found that interesting. I don't know why they've done that. And you can see here you've got your lasers, your engines, bits of wings, things like that, so, and your landing gear. That's all similar as to the standard kit. There's no real difference there. You do have a different stand. So instead of going with like the Death Star base stand, they've just gone with a plain stand here, which I've got no issues with that. No, the Death Star one was on a different sprue as well, so it was just a simple matter for them to change it over. And yeah, so they've done that. That's fine. It's still posable, still got all the options, everything like that. Next is the 144 sprues. Okay, so these are just the same sprues that you get in your 144, except obviously they're all joined together, they're not broken up, so they fit in a smaller box. But detail is excellent on them. I was really surprised with the amount of detail that the 144s had when I did the review of them. The detail is fantastic, and it's still the same, so there's no change there. And you still get the same stand with it. Alright, so that's the same stand that comes with that kit. And that's your little cockpit for the 1/72. It's just sitting in the box, so you get that option as well, so you can still have your clear cockpit there, or you can have the open one. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. I always go with the clear, it's just me. I prefer that, but you know, there are plenty of models out there with this one on that look fantastic. So, in conclusion, really happy to have this kit. Thank you so much, Darren. Really good of you to do that for me, mate. I really appreciate it. The kit itself, other than the pilot figure, which just confuses me as to why they've done that. Other than that, I really love it. I would have preferred, in all honesty, just to have this little guy in there, but I assume, you know, most people are going to buy this. They've probably already got a 1/72nd. They've probably done it on a flight stand, so they're probably going to have one of these guys laying around anyway. So if they still want to do a diorama with this, they can. You know, more than likely. Yeah, decals. Love the decal sheet as per normal, and I love the fact that there's the 1/144 on there now. That is really nice to see. I look forward to taking advantage of that on my future builds as well. I plan to have my own little Air Force, for lack of a better term, of X-Wings flying around. Yeah, both instructions in here, great. I do like to see that. There's nothing really wrong with having instructions in the inside of the box on the 1/144. It helps keep the price down. And keep it an affordable kit, so I can understand why they've done that. But it is nice to have the references in this one in colour and easy to see for all the markings and everything, so it's great. Bandai, thank you once again. Really happy to have this kit, and I'm sure I will enjoy building it. Just a quick note, I will be doing some painting reviews on these kits, so I will build them. And I'm going to paint them up so you can have a look at the paint them. So we'll do a couple of tutorials on that, and hopefully you guys might pick up a few hints or give me a few hints. I'm always open to suggestions. It'd be fantastic. I'm not a pro by any means, but yeah, no, yeah, love it. So that'll be coming up. Now, one last thing. Now I can't recall. You have to forgive me. Coffee hasn't kicked into that. I can't recall if I actually mentioned it earlier in the video, but there will be some specials coming up with Tokyo Model Detective and some deals coming up with our sites combined. So we're going to have a little joint exercise here with people that want to get Bandai kits and a few other bits and pieces off Darren. So we've got to nut out the particulars of it, but there will be the option for some really nice specials coming up and some freebies. So we will fill you in as soon as we have more detail on that, but it's something that's in the works, and hopefully it'll come up soon. Thanks again to Darren. I can't thank you enough, mate. Love this kit, love them both, and you know, very generous of you to send this to me. So thanks again. Those of you that are wanting to buy these kits, Tokyo Model Detective's website, I'll put the link below. And I've bought quite a few kits off Darren, and I've never had any issues. So if you're overseas and you're thinking, oh, well, who do I trust to buy them, definitely have a look at his site. He's got a lot of loyal customers, and you don't get that these days unless you're doing something right. So by all means, I highly recommend him. Yeah, thanks again. Also, I'll have some art picks coming up. Millennium Falcon, a few other bits and pieces. I've already got some X-Wing ones. I might do a couple of varieties of X-Wings actually. And so they're on my Etsy page and my Facebook page. I'll put the links below. So if you're looking for some Star Wars fan art, or just, you know, some other art I've got there as well, by all means, have a look. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. You know, if you enjoyed the video, that's great. And hopefully you'll purchase one of these very soon. Thanks again.